Hello, my name is Fernanda Pigato. I'm the Global Marketing Director of BEAUTYSTREAMS. BEAUTYSTREAMS is the go-to insights platform for the global beauty industry. We have three types of services: online subscription with a curated product bank, influencer bank, and image bank. We do special reports and bespoke consultancy. Our members come from the full beauty supply chain. And here are some of our members. And our experts are frequently quoted in the international press. Now I leave you with Laura Ziv, our executive editor, who presents to you today's topic.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining our webinar on the psychological and behavioral impact of the crisis. I'm Laura Ziv, executive editor at BEAUTYSTREAMS. Today's webinar is part of our COVID-19 Impact series as we examine the implications on the beauty industry now and over the next few years. As many regions in the world move towards reopening, we realize there is no going back to normal. The world is forever changed by the crisis. Our webinar presents the various ways in which consumers will be impacted psychologically and how this will influence their behavior and buying habits. We call our approach the BEAUTYSTREAMS Trend Funnel, a proprietary future outlook methodology that maps trends from macro to micro level. Starting from wide-range macro movements and consumer archetypes, we distill key implications for the beauty industry and identify actionable trends by category. Today, we will focus on the macro and consumer movement level with a 5-year outlook. This means that the trends present are present now and will grow in importance over the next 5 years. The BEAUTYSTREAMS team is comprised of over 200 experts based around the globe, providing immediate, on-the-spot perspectives. Especially in times like these when travel is limited, it is essential to have first-hand insights into markets and consumer mindsets. On our platform, we published our 2025 Macro Movements series of reports, presenting 5 macro movements, key long-term shifts that will impact the world over the next 5 years. These movements are driven by socio-cultural changes as well as evolutions in fields such as science, technology, digital, design, food, and spirituality. Now, with the pandemic, our world is quickly changing, and we have added a COVID-19 perspective. One of the macro movements that is growing in importance is society recoded. As we experience major changes in demographics, lifestyles, and attitudes, traditional societal codes are being reinvented. This is happening in a dramatic way. After all, who could have predicted just a few months ago that a mere handshake, one of the most basic societal codes, would become potentially life-threatening? Empathy and compassion are more important than ever in today's new normal. This applies on a person-to-person level, but also on an international level, allowing for a more balanced and less Western-centric viewpoint. Globalism today doesn't mean that we should all become the same, rather that multinationals deeply understand and respect cultural difference by including local teams in all processes of decision-making. Clearly, there are new priorities and long-term shifts with regard to consumer consumption. Some of these changes would ordinarily have taken years to set in. Now they've been compressed into a matter of weeks. The crisis has also dramatically accelerated digital adoption during lockdown. Some of the new consumption habits that are emerging, according to an April survey by Accenture, include 60% of consumers who are spending more time on self-care, and 50% of consumers who are shopping more health consciously. And obviously, a majority of consumers, including older age consumers, were forced to take a crash course in online shopping. This is a big opportunity for companies to push e-commerce, and companies who are digitally native have a head start. Here are key movements at a glance that have been ignited by the global crisis. Empathic behavior, keep the chin up, revenge spending, conscious consumption, fear of animal-derived ingredients, in science we trust, soothing body and soul, healthy escapism and protectionism. Empathic behavior. Empathy rules. Ethical behavior will go beyond cruelty-free and vegan to encompass how companies are treating their employees and what actions they are taking to support their local communities. Consumers will show loyalty to companies that walk the talk and support those communities in need. Consumers will not only want to understand where a product was manufactured, but who manufactured it and under what conditions. The way that companies treat their employees will influence purchasing decisions, and the pandemic memory is long. We will remember the beacons of light and positivity. Keep the chin up. Now the future outlook is becoming clearer. Consumers are moving from urgency mode, where they focused on bare necessities, towards self-esteem and self-indulgence. Consumers will indulge in beauty items, think lipstick, fake eyelashes, mascara, face masks. These are recessionary-friendly beauty boosts, affordable luxuries compared to expensive designer bags or clothes. It's a great moment now for luxury beauty brands to put timeless luxury classics in the foreground. In the age of Zoom, these small beauty buys boost morale. There will also be a growing potential for self-care and wellness options from consumers' favorite premium brands. Revenge spending. Moments of frugality and denial will be followed by bouts of spending, also known as revenge spending. This breaks up the monotony of constantly doing without. This kind of spending will occur at all price points, from masstige through to luxury. Ironic messaging like, live now, we don't know what will happen tomorrow, and 80s references evoking consumerism will resonate with younger consumers. Conscious consumption. Less but better will be the mantra for many consumers. This is also known as conscious consumption, good quality basics that stand the test of time. Brands will need to be more than simply merchants. They should embody lifestyles and storytelling that animate core collections to grow a loyal customer base. Built to last values will predominate. It's all about timeless items rather than flash in the pan trends. The quality of the product will need to stand on its own. It's a good moment now to work on true product development that underlines what makes a brand different, rather than trying to jump on every latest trend to make quick money. For those who work in color cosmetics, it's also a great time to clean up core collections and focus on the color territories and textures that are timeless and define a brand. And during the crisis, as consumers no longer expect to race for fast fashion trends, it's also a perfect time to give your existing products a fresh update through color, packaging, or by a different way of curating collections and marketing to add exciting appeal to stock on hand. Fear of animal-derived ingredients. The legacy of COVID-19 will be a fear of animal-derived ingredients by certain consumers. Veganism, already gaining popularity worldwide before the pandemic, will surge thanks to increased demand for plant-based food and ingredients. While the motivation for veganism could be viewed as a form of self-preservation, the added benefit is saving animal life and reducing our impact on Earth. In science we trust. Science-based beauty will get a boost. As we see today that science and the medical field are key to finding solutions, experts in science, medicine, and public health will be more in demand than ever. Information and data will be king, especially for consumers who educate themselves exhaustively before they buy products. Brands or products with scientific endorsement will benefit from the rising demand for truly effective products. Soothing body and soul. Self-care and well-being will play an even greater role in people's lives. With the rise in anxiety and depression, there will be more demand for self-care rituals to soothe body and soul. Spiritual rituals are as important as physical pampering. Products with soothing and switch-off functions will be in great demand in the future, where home office lifestyles will become more common. Healthy escapism. Because consumers are forced to go back to pragmatism most of the time, there will be a backlash with escapism and magical storytelling providing an outlet for imagination. Virtual reality and augmented reality will elevate storytelling. Creativity is a counterpoint to the world's darkness. Imagine online events that engage consumers to interact virtually in fantasy worlds. Protectionism. Protectionism is a natural reflex during times of threat. First order of priority is to think of oneself and family, then one's town, region, country, and only then the rest of the world. Companies and brands that source products locally will benefit from this movement, showing that even as a foreign brand, you care about local communities and involve them in production and sourcing to benefit them locally. This will engage consumers to buy products even if they are not developed in their own region. This will apply to luxury goods as well as everyday personal care. The degree of local philanthropic involvement in education will make brands local enough to move consumers to buy non-local products. So here's the executive summary of what we've just reviewed. Empathic behavior, ethical, cruelty-free vegan, supporting communities in need. Keep the chin up. Beyond the lipstick effect, finding self-care options from favorite premium brands. Revenge spending. This phenomenon will occur at different price points. Conscious consumption. As trend cycles decelerate, consumers will seek timeless quality items. Fear of animal-derived ingredients. Less animal-derived ingredients, and even more plant-based. In science we trust. Science-driven beauty will engender trust. Soothing body and soul. Self-care will be more important than ever to appease anxiety and stress. Healthy escapism. The desire for escapism will fuel creativity to counter the darkness. And protectionism. Given the choice, consumers will opt to support their local economies. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, please get in touch with us at contact@beautystreams.com. From all of us at BeautyStreams, we hope you and your families are safe and well.